Congratulations, the first Manchester United goal, finally.
Yeah, finally. Well, I worked so hard for this. The win is started to come in and I'm so happy. But of course, I want a little bit more contribution. And then today is coming, we win and then everything is fine.
Was it playing on your mind a little bit to get that goal? I saw you speaking about it when you're on international duty.
Yeah, always of course, we are a little bit anxious when you play in the front to score goals, like I say, to have a little bit more contributions. But the last time I say this, if my participation is to help the team and then we start to win, I will be happy also. But of course, with this goal, everyone will be around me to push me. The guys started to joking around, oh, you can score, wow. But of course, this is some kind of things, then everyone push me and then I feel so happy to be here.
3 wins in a row for the team now as well. That's not happened under Ruben Amorim. It was 2 wins in a row last week that hadn't happened before. How much of a platform do you think you've given yourselves now to build on?
It's like I say, everyone have this full confidence on him. He's someone that pushes us forward. He needs to be a little bit more happy now. He always is someone that is very stressful to start to win and then improve every single day. But of course, he deserves this. The team deserves this. The United, it's like I always say, you need to be back to the way to wins, and then this need to be the normal for this club. And yeah, I'm so happy to be part of this.
A win, a first Manchester United goal, and the Player of the Match award as well. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Interesting.
A good day.
Yeah, amazing day. Thank you. I'll be remember every day this.
Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, Brian, congratulations. Yep, talking to the mic, look straight ahead, and we're all good to go. Just how important was that result for you?
Yeah, I think it was very important. Obviously, 3 wins in a row now. I think it's great for the confidence of the team and for everyone. I think we've been waiting for this for a long time, and yeah, it's only good.
How good was this Manchester United performance, would you say, Brian?
Yeah, I think we played a great game. Obviously, we are a bit disappointed to concede 2 goals, but the most important is the win, and at the end we did it.
I wanted to ask you as well, that feeling of scoring 2 goals at Old Trafford, your first double at home, how does that feel?
Yeah, honestly, so good. Yeah, the atmosphere is crazy here. The fans are unbelievable, and it's always good to score goals, but especially here.
Brian, Jamie Redknapp, congratulations. 2 beautiful goals. Hopefully you've got a screen there. Talk us through the first goal, because it's a really good bit of link-up between you and Sesko.
Can you see it, Brian?
Yeah.
He's enjoying it.
Talk us through it.
Your good movement here.
Yeah, see, Sesko can always turn around and deliver good balls. And I didn't ask myself a lot of questions. I just went and I tried to beat the defender and the keeper.
Love that smile. And then obviously the second goal. Great understanding with Bruno Fernandes this time. There's a lovely little, he leaves it for you. You take a really good touch and then smash it into the top corner. This was almost telepathic between the 2 of you.
Yeah, I've seen a big gap. Obviously, I didn't know that Aiden was going to put it through. And luckily it happened, and yeah, happy to score.
Ryan, you obviously did fantastically well at Brentford, and then you get a move to Manchester United. Just talk us about the difference and the expectation and what it's been like to go to Manchester United. And it looks like things are starting to turn for the better right now. How enjoyable has it been for you? Yeah,
obviously I enjoy a lot here. It hasn't been easy at the start, obviously. It's a new environment. A new expectation, but I think with the automatism, with the link up with the team, I think everything is going the right way.
Brian, does it feel like you are developing good connections with your teammates, the likes of Matheus Cunha, Bruno Fernandes in particular, Sesko, of course, Mason Mount? It looks like you're developing a good feeling between the players.
Yeah, I think we all put a lot of work at training. I think it's the most important because what we do there, we try to replicate it on the pitch. And yeah, with the time, the link-up are growing up. And yeah, we're going to try to understand each other even better.
But it's 3 wins out of 3, Brian. What, for you, is the big difference that we are seeing from Manchester United in this period?
Yeah, I think, as I said, the work we put in, the effort, the togetherness we give on the pitch is a key. And after we try to stick at the plan, we just try to play as best as possible.
But presumably, I mean, you're in the top 4 now. I don't know if you're aware of that, but presumably this is why you actually came to Manchester United, because that's where you wanted to be challenging?
Yeah, obviously, I like the challenges. Came here to a big club, and we want to fight for the best places.
Brian, we wish you well. Congratulations on a very successful night for you and the team. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Well done, Brian.
Yeah, Matheus Cunha loves that. Manchester United fans, you will love that. 4th in the table, 16 points. Owen Hargreaves, how much improvement have you seen in the last few weeks with Ruben Amorim?
I don't think the performance has been amazing, but I think the results have been there. You think back to the first game against Arsenal, where they probably played better than Arsenal and somehow lost the game. But I think right now they're getting results. That's the most important. I think when you have players like Cunha, who have a real personality, I just love the way he talks. You know, he said he wanted to go there. He wanted to play for Manchester United, and that's what you want. I think him and Mbeumo, along with Bruno Fernandes, they have guys that you can rely on, that you can trust. And I think Casemiro's come back into the team. He's performed quite well. They're scoring goals, but they are, I would say, they're probably conceding more than they would like. 14 goals conceded, that's a lot, I think, at this stage of the season. But I like the look of the team, the direction, and the goalkeeper has made a difference as well.
Certainly calmed things down at the back, hasn't he? Glenn Murray, so we were 2-0 at half-time, and then, just after an hour gone, looked like it was game over, didn't it, with Brian and Mbeumo at this stage?
Yeah, I mean, you can't go to Old Trafford and concede 3 and expect to stay in the game, but somehow they managed to do it. It was a dubious, was it a free kick or not? But when we see it, and Mbeumo just took this in 3-0, you feel like it's game over. But they showed a little bit of character, Brighton.
And that summed them up, didn't it? They're trying to play for the nutmegs, turnover in possession. Great finish from Mbeumo. But I just thought, Brighton, up to the 3-0, they were played naive. Do you know what I mean? They were trying to play in areas where it wasn't on, Glenn? Yeah,
like I say, I think 3 of the Manchester United 4 goals came from good possession of Brighton with no pressure on them. And when you're lacklustre in possession like that, especially away at Old Trafford, especially against a team like Ruben Amorim's team that is set up to counter-attack, win the ball high up, and the devastating players they've got now, and like you say, that personality of Cunha and Mbeumo, they've got that aura to wear this Manchester United shirt, to carry this team forward. And then when you've got Fernandes feeding those two, it's just a brilliant recipe.
Oh, and the man we talked about before the game, Danny Welbeck, your old teammate, made it game on, didn't he?
Tell you what, I don't know what he's been having for dinner. I would say for the goalkeeper, kind of goes in the middle of the goal, maybe can't see it or it's too high, but what a finish from Welbs. And then once they scored that first one, then you can obviously feel the momentum turn. Credit to them, they made subs which affected the game. I thought Gomez came on and affected it. This is a great header from the young man, isn't it, Glenn? Yeah,
just a little glimpse, only 18 years old. Paid a lot of money for him, so there's a bit of pressure on his shoulders come from Greece. But brilliant header as he just gets across the front there. Takes a little bit of a whack from Xerxes, but brave header, good header, and gets his game back in the team. In the game, should I say. And then from that point, they just couldn't really find that foothold or that fluidity, or they couldn't just carve out that last final opportunity. When you look at Manchester United, I think probably 3-0 up, even though they are set up as a counter-attacking team, you'd expect them to have better game management at Old Trafford, wouldn't you?
Yeah. To be fair, they made change. I think they felt the game was dead and buried at 3-0. They made change and it went the other way. One thing I would say is Brighton got the ball forward quickly. In the first 60 minutes, they just messed about with it on the edge of the box, kept turning it over, which led to goals. At the end of the game, they just kept getting the ball in the box, putting Man United under pressure, and that's where the goals came from.
Well, that Charalampos-Kostoulos header had you out of your seat in the green room, Glenn. We were thinking the comeback could well and truly be on, but less than 4 minutes later, Owen, Brian and Mbeumo again.
Watch this dummy from Bruno Fernandes, by the way. What's a ball from heaven? Watch the dummy from Bruno. Oh, my word. He's so clever. He's so smart. And what a finish from Mbeumo, but I think you see it from this angle better. Bruno always checking his shoulder. Look, knows exactly where everybody is. That is just beautiful, honestly. Sometimes the best thing to do is not touch the football, and a great finish from Mbeumo.
Yeah, that's why he's there, isn't it? That's meat and drink for him, isn't it, for Brian Mbeumo. 2 on the afternoon. Brilliant afternoon for him. Manchester United back where we're more used to seeing them. Whether the performances are good enough to keep them there, let's see.
And let's see what is ahead for your old team, Owen, in terms of Sean Dyche against Nottingham Forest. They go to the City Ground and then a trip to London to face Tottenham Hotspur under Thomas Frank. And then after that, David Moyes comes back to Old Trafford with his Everton side there. In terms of a run, how are the next few weeks looking then? And can this continue?
Well, they're going to have to make the game against Forest because they're not a team they're going to want the ball. So, but they need to find a way. Even if you're not playing well, you need to find a way to get points. They're doing that at the moment. Long may it continue.
Yeah, enjoyed that. You guys, last few hours, there we go. Manchester United 3 points, and we watched, of course, Sunderland with a late
victory for Manchester United. They haven't won 4 at home in a row in the Premier League for more than 2 years, and right now they're sitting 4th in the division. Your first reactions, Tim?
The scenes at the end, we've seen smiles from them before. That was delight rather than relief. And for so long, we've seen like this exhale of like, okay, we got through that. This feels different. The attitude around the club feels different. Look, the way that they're playing, you've continually asked us this week, have they turned the corner? I believe that they have. I look at their next 6. I think they win 5 out of their next 6, having won their last 3. Yeah, this feels, and if I'm right, I don't know if I will be, but it feels like they could. Then Forest, Spurs, Everton, Palace, West Ham, Wolves, they win 5 of those 6, and they're in a really good way.
We've never really had a chance to see a Manchester United team for many a year go on a really good run and see what they're like playing with confidence. Do you think now we're getting that chance?
We saw that today. It had a different look and a different feel back. And we were talking off camera, and it was a little thing that we said, I don't think I've ever seen so many flags at Manchester United before the game. It's just as though everybody was buying into this. You've got your 2 strikers you played big money for. Couldn't be a different contrast in terms of personalities, but both find the back of the net. You get a team that I feel looked more comfortable in its shape and the way it played, and at times, Luke Shaw went in and it allowed Bruno to go further, so there's a little bit of tweaking there. But they're talented players with confidence at Old Trafford. And when you put those 3 things together, that's what you get. That's the kind of performance that Manchester United used to have. When the game got tight at 3-2, what did they do? Brighton Mbeumo goes up the other end and smashes one into the back of the net. It's a big day for Ruben Amorim. It's a big day for his football club. Now they've got to keep this going and keep some consistency.
Yeah, 4th in the league.
So Manchester United 2-0 up at half-time against Brighton at Old Trafford. And as it stands, Mr. Owen Hargreaves, your old club, 4th in the table. 1-0 from Matheus Cunha, his first goal in a Manchester United shirt. It was a lovely finish, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's a fabulous player. And you can play him the ball in tight spaces. He's such a smart player. So I think Ahmad's had a good impact on the game down this right-hand side. But to be fair, Brighton have loads of bodies back. They should probably deal with this a little bit better. I think Casemiro does brilliantly. When it pops into him, checks his shoulder, knows Cunha's there. Great first touch from Cunha, and the finish is absolutely fantastic. He knows exactly where the goalie is, knows where the defender is in Van Hecke, and just passes it around him. It really is a great finish. That's exactly why they signed him, Glenn, because he gets you goals.
Yeah, this is ability, isn't it? This is what he can do when the game's in the balance. He can just pull out a moment of magic like this. Has no real right to score from there, but like you say, first touch and then just passes it into that far corner. Wonderful goal, and he's just got freedom to play in a Manchester United shirt.
Oh, and you say he gets you a goal. He gets you a goal from outside the box a lot, doesn't it? Particularly since the start of last season. Look at that, 6 from the beginning of the 24-25 season, 1 ahead of the Manchester United captain Bruno Fernandes. And you look, Owen, at his touches in that first half. He's been busy, right? He's tracked back a couple of times, you can see there as well. But down that left-hand side, causing Brighton all sorts of problems.
Yeah, I mean, people talk about the 2 10s, him and Mbeumo, but actually he comes a lot from that left-hand side, as you see, and he's actually, technically, he's a fantastic player, he's a good ball player. He loves that big switch like Wayne Rooney used to have from that left-hand side. Can he switch it out to the right-hand side? But he's just... I think one of his greatest attributes, he's got a big personality, which I think you need to play for Man United, and I think he's been a great addition to the group. Yeah, 34 minutes gone, then Casemiro, Glenn, doubling Manchester United's lead. They're in full control now, thanks to this, aren't they? But another long range, a bit of a deflection.
Yeah, I mean, when you break it down, a little bit naive from Brighton trying to play it into midfield, and when it does fall for Casemiro, not quick enough to the ball. No one really makes that big of effort to close him down, and then a real unfortunate. deflection on the edge of the area.
You're happy this is Casemiro's from this angle?
I mean, I think it's coming back in. I think Verbruggen's got it covered, but I would give it to Casemiro.
What's a dreadful ball, by the way? Why are they playing out just to pass from... You know, Van Heck is such a good player, but that ball travelling that distance is just it's a counter-attack waiting to happen. Baleba's got to get to the ball. Brighton have been a mess in that first. I know United deserve to be a lead, but Brighton have made some mistakes in possession.
I've got to talk to you also, Owen, about your old teammate, Mr. Gary Neville, inducted into the Premier League Hall of Fame. Here he is before kick-off at Old Trafford, getting his award, presented it pitch side here by a Manchester United legend, Gary Neville, in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, amazing. Credit to him. You know, obviously it's hard to play at the highest level, but the longevity that I think Nev had is almost second to none. Really, he's had an incredible career, and he's had a good one really outside of as the best broadcasters. But I remember one of the first things I heard was Gary Neville shouting on a football pitch, shouting commands to everyone, and he was a leader. He was very vocal, but he's had an incredible career, and credit to him.
For the third successive home game, Manchester United find themselves leading by 2-0, this time against Brighton. Jamie Redknapp here with Izzy Christiansen. It felt like that first goal might be coming from Manchester United, but how is he?
Yeah, super start. Obviously, Cunha, first goal in a Manchester United shirt. Man United, I think they started the game on the front foot, really sharp. There's confidence and aura about them. And they create this by just sustaining the attack really well. I think this pass here from Bruno Fernandes keeps it alive. Casemiro squares it to Cunha, but we'll get into the detail of it. The second phase here, I think the way he falls eventually to Bruno Fernandes is really clever with his first-time pass. We saw the first-time pass last weekend against Liverpool to put it back in the box for Maguire's goal. We've just seen there Casemiro, weight of pass, finish from Cunha is absolutely exquisite. But
and
here,
this is what he can do. It's what he really needed, wasn't it?
Exactly. Casemiro waiting to execute the pass, and that is Cunha in his element, shaping it around into the far corner. Verbruggen's no chance, and it's a super goal.
Jamie, how important was it that they built on that?
Yeah, absolutely. Brighton trying to play it from the back. It's actually not a bad ball by Van Hecker, but I don't think Ruta does well enough. She doesn't get hold of the ball. Luke Shaw does really well. Then Casemiro's thinking, shall I shoot? Shall I shoot? Yes. Why don't you just hit it, see what happens? Hits Ayari, get an element of luck, but he deserves it. I just want to highlight it here. When we talk a lot about scanning and know it's what's about you, have an appreciation, making sure you check your shoulder, look what's behind you. He never once sees that Luke Shaw's going to jump and get into him and get really close. That you can see, his ball comes into him. Oh, I'm surprised, there's Luke Shaw behind me. Lose it too easily. Ayari's too passive, so's Baleba. They give him too much time, gets a bit of luck. But do you know what? He's took a lot of sticks since he's been in the Premier League, Casemiro. So I think he fully deserves this one.
Is it going in? He gets the goal?
Well, the wind is definitely going to help him, I think. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Very strong at Old Trafford.
I know, but do you know what? Yes, who knows? But the shot, deserved it.
But the warning signs have been there, Izzy.
Yeah,
this one was offside, but just.
Yeah, there's been times where Welbeck, he's looked lively at times. He's been dropping deep here. He runs the channel, just offside in that moment. But Brighton, I think by their standards, they've been pretty poor in possession. But the types of players they've got in the team, they're always going to create chances. And this one here, Welbeck, early on in the game as well, I think it's really clever from Bruno Fernandes, just to give him a little nudge.
Just makes him sure that he knows that he's there, doesn't he?
How about this pace? Oh, my goodness, this is like PlayStation stuff. Look how fast he's going here. Get a little bit lucky. Cunha, right at the last second, just takes himself out the tackle. And this is Jorginho Ruta at the back post. You see him, he's on the floor. He's got a bit of an injury, so that might give him the benefit of the doubt. Then he gets himself up. It's a poor piece of play. He's got to react better and get his shot away.
So a little bit of a warning there for